Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Bowzip here with yet another video. We are currently on Fallout New Vegas. We'll let this play out.
War. War never changes. When atomic fire consumed the Earth, those who survived did so in great underground vaults. When they opened, their inhabitants set out across the ruins of the old world to build new societies, establishing villages, forming tribes. As decades passed, what had been the American Southwest united beneath the flag of the new California Republic, dedicated to old world values of democracy and the rule of law. As the Republic grew, so did its needs. Scouts spread east, seeking territory and wealth in the dry and merciless expanse of the Mojave Desert. They returned with tales of a city untouched by the warheads that had scorched the rest of the world, and a great wall spanning the Colorado River. The NCR mobilized its army and sent it east to occupy Hoover Dam and restore it to working condition. But across the Colorado, another society had arisen under a different flag. A vast army of slaves forged from the conquest of 86 tribes, Caesar's Legion. 4 years have passed since the Republic held the dam, just barely, against the Legion's onslaught. The Legion did not retreat. Across the river, it gathers strength. Campfires burn, training drums beat. Through it all, the New Vegas Strip has stayed open for business, under the control of its mysterious overseer, Mr. House, and his army of rehabilitated tribals and police robots. You are a courier, hired by the Mojave Express to deliver a package to the New Vegas Strip. What seemed like a simple delivery job has taken a turn for the worse.
You got what you were after, so pay up.
You're crying in the rain, Pally.
Guess who's waking up over here?
Time to cash out.
Will you get it over with?
Maybe cons kill people without looking them in the face. But I ain't a fink. Dig? You've made your last delivery, kid. Sorry you got twisted up in this scene. From where you're kneeling must seem like an 18-carat run of bad luck. Truth is, the game was rigged from the start.
Let's go. I'm excited for this. Let's go. Before everyone asks, I try to get the final DLC for Fallout 3 to work, and it did not work, sadly enough. I was very bummed out.
How about that? Whoa, easy there, easy. You've been out cold a couple of days now. Why don't you just relax a second? Get your bearings. Let's see what the damage is. How about your name? Can you tell me your name?
Well, it's simple, really. I am Bio has heard him. Let's make it more professional, ladies and gents. Dude, that... I forgot how this looked. This looked more pleasant. Dude, the soundtrack, baby. Let's go. I love it.
I can't say it's what I'd have picked for you, but if that's your name, that's your name. I'm Doc Mitchell. Welcome to Goodsprings. Now, I hope you don't mind, but I had to go rooting around there in your noggin to pull all the bits of lead out. I take pride in my needlework, but you'd better tell me if I left anything out of place. How'd I do?
Yeah, about almost right. Yeah, let's see here. Yeah. That, there we go. Very spicy. Let's go. Yeah, we'll go with Sarge, because that's the only one that I actually... You know what? Hang on a second. Yeah, we'll go with that. Yeah, there we go. That's more like it.
Well, I got most of it right anyway. Stuff that mattered. Okay. No sense keeping you in bed anymore. Let's see if we can get you on your feet. Good. Why don't you walk down to the end of the room? Over by that vigor tester machine there. Take it slow now. It ain't a race.
Yeah, about right.
Ooh, looking good so far. Go ahead and give the vigor tester a try.
Okay.
Right quick if you got back all your faculties.
We gotta be very smart about this, okay? Take away a lot here. Before we do anything, I want to make sure I get everything correct on the right style I want to play on. Because there's a certain play style I play on when it comes to Fallout. Alright, so let's go with strength first. Let's see here. to do. So we have that. I want to make sure we get that max so I don't have to, so I can actually have a solid bit. And then we'll go with 4 perception, which puts us a decent bit. Then go with the 5 endurance, charisma. I can basically. Oh, it looks like I lost internet. Maybe. For intelligence, we're gonna do 5. That. Alright, so we have 1 more point. So we'll up the agility right there. Actually, wait. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, so we'll go with that. Yeah, I'm cool with this. I'm good with this. Yeah, that's about how I would go with it.
Surprised anybody'd want to tangle with you. Heck, you could go Deathclaw hunting with a switch. Well, we know your vitals are good, but that don't mean them bullets didn't leave you nuttered in a bighorn and drop it. What do you say you take a seat in my couch and we go through a couple of questions? See if your dogs are still barking. All right. I'm gonna say a word. I want you to say the first thing that comes to mind. Dog. House. Night. Bandit.
You know, we vaporize bandits and raiders.
Light. Mother.
Oh my gosh, this is dark. Jeans.
Okay. Now I got a few statements. I want you to tell me how much. First one. I ain't given to relying on others for support. I'm always fixin' to be the center of attention.
No comment.
I'm slow to embrace new ideas.
Yeah,
I charge in to deal with my problems head on.
Yep. But with this agreement.
Almost done here. What do you say you have a look at this? Tell me what you see.
An angry two-headed.
Okay. How about this one?
Okay, it's like lightning.
Last one.
Okay, those are eyes. Okay, guys, you see that right there? Like at the above it? Those are clear definition of eyes. And it's got like a nose. So we're gonna say bearded man.
Well, that's all she wrote. I don't have nothing to compare it to, so maybe you'd better just have a look at the results. See if it all seems right to you.
Yeah, no. No. There we go. We're getting this fixed immediately. Because I'll be darned if I'm going to have that missing. But yeah, it's pretty much on average, I'd say.
Before I turn you loose, I need one more thing from you. I got a form for you to fill out so I can get a sense of your medical history.
What?
Just a formality. Ain't like I expect to find you got a family history of getting shot in the head.
We'll go with that.
All right, I guess that about does it. Come with me, I'll see you out.
So, before we even do main quest lines and all that, we need to be smart about this. I can hardly see, it's dark. I'll take a knife. Don't mind if I do, I'll steal your ammo. Gather some of that. I can just use some of that and sell it for caps. Alright, so okay, here. Let's see. Is there anything else? So I could have swore there used to be like an old laser pistol on this map. Even though I know that's like a common thing, but... Before everyone starts, what's this? Did I already? Yeah, I did. Okay. I know there's a random thing at times. Ain't it? Usually there's like a laser pistol. I'm not about certain. They're usually... is there anything here? What here? Oh! I was right! Scrap metal. I can just sell that for some caps.
Here, these are yours. Was all you had on you when you was brought in. I hope you don't mind, but I gave the note a look. I thought it might help me find a next of kin. But it was just something about a platinum chip. Well, if you're heading back out there, you ought to have this. They call it a Pip-Boy. I grew up in one of them vaults they made before the war. We all got one. Ain't much use to be now, but you might want such a thing after what you've been through. I know what it's like having something taken from you. And put this on too, so the locals don't pick on you for lacking modesty. Never was much my style anyway. Don't mention it. It's what I'm here for. You should talk to Sunny Smiles before you leave town. She can help you learn to fend for yourself in the desert. She'll likely be at the saloon. I reckon some... Anyway, you ever get hurt out there, you come right... But try not to get killed anymore.
I am not taking that chance, thank you very much. Oh boy. Oh God.
Howdy, partner. Might I say you're looking fit as a fiddle?
Yeah, we'll be nice. We'll be nice.
Don't mention it. I'm always ready to lend a helping hand to a stranger in need. I was out for a stroll that night when I heard the commotion up the old bone orchard. Saw what looked like a bunch of bad eggs, so I laid low. Once they'd run off, I dug you up to see if you were still kicking. Turns out you were. So I hauled you off to the dock right quick. Can't say that I'm familiar with the rascals. Some of the fine folks in town might be able to help you out with that. I moseyed into town, 10, 15 years ago. Before that, I can't quite seem to recall. Odd. Anyway, it's a right peaceful town, and I reckon it's as fine a place to settle as any. I'm a Securitron. Robco Security Model 2060B. If you ever see any of my brothers, tell them Victor says howdy.
For the tumbleweeds, man. Oh, it's so fun, man. Just playing a game, man. You know, I could sit here for hours. Hours, mind you. And just enjoy a video game without some drama, without someone bickering, and just having a good time as anything. No, thank you. We are not having that. I'm arguing get some heat over the fact of what was being played earlier. Because YouTube likes to allow bots to control their stuff nowadays. I'll take that weapon repair kit. What in the world? You know, I've never noticed some of this stuff before. So we'll need a magazine for like lockpicks. And if I remember correctly, if I even read mags on here, that basically immediately like ups my level, right? Or is that only for like a small percentage? Okay, so we're gonna explore a little bit before I go venture off to Timbuktu. We have an energy pistol, so that's pretty solid. What a waste. Anything here? Merc? Okay, so we need at least a few things, because we're gonna be like selling stuff. Okay, BB gun. You know what? I won't even be mad. I will actually take that. Take a little bit of stuff because I want to make some quick caps just from the local traders in the area. Because I want to be the monopoly of the game. That's right, everyone. I'm going to be pulling Mr. Monopoly on this. And instead of people sending me to jail on that, I'll be sending them to jail. That would entail these things. I will tell you, this quest line, first, before we go too far out, we're going to be exploring everything first. At least in the general vicinity. We're not going to go all the way out that way because... Oh, look at the cross out in the distance, ladies and gents. That's actually really nice. God bless the U.S. and God bless humanity. And God bless this earth. Now, if I remember correctly, it's just a bunch of bloat flies, just a bunch of fly creatures. Odd. So this is where I was buried at originally. So there's the city out in the distance that we want to go to eventually. We want to go visit that cross. It's honestly a not bad community. I like that. And I think the closest one is Prim, right? Wait. Okay, so we got a coyote out here. That was a clean shot. Let him come. Interesting. How's none of those shots hitting you? Travel onward. Onward to glory, I onward. Alright, we're going too far out, so. Once we get a little higher up level, guys, we'll good try, promise. We're already down to 9 bullets. Have to make every shot count. So if you know survival games. You have to make every shot count.
Howdy. What can Easy Pete do for you? The one in the fancy suit seemed to be calling the shots. That's as much as I know. Other folks in town might know more. Word of advice, though, if you ever catch up with him, watch out. The man's got cold eyes like a snake. Can't be trusted, I'd say. Was a prospector until I decided to settle here to get away from the NCR. Now, we'll just take it easy and help out with the Brahmin and Bighorners. Nah. Means I poke through old buildings looking for working tech and such. Some folks just call it salvaging, but never liked the term. Way I see it, salvage means it's broken, near worthless. Me, I look for the good stuff. Guns, chems, spare parts. Good money in it. Nope. Had a pretty good claim once, way out east by the river, but got run off by raiders. Eventually got too old to keep going out. Don't get me wrong, the NCR's got a lot of decent folk in it. It's just that they make you part of them whether you like it or not. Towns like Goodsprings and Prim don't stay independent for long. Not if you've got something the NCR wants. Still, the NCR keeps the Legion away. They're slavers, led by a guy named Caesar. Or Caesar. Not sure how you're supposed to say it. A couple of years ago, they tried to take over Hoover Dam, but The NCR beat them back. The NCR didn't or couldn't finish the job, though. The Legion's got its strength back and is getting ready for another round at the dam. My money's still on the NCR winning, but you never know. We've been hearing stories about legionaries on the Nevada side of the river, so keep a gun handy. You don't want to get caught by them. The dam powers a lot of New Vegas, and then there's all that clean water lying in Lake Mead, too. Anybody who owns the dam owns the territory. Meat and hide, mostly. Can't put a pack on them. You just lay down until you take it off. Can find a bunch of wild ones high up in the hills, but gotta be careful around them. They can put up a decent fight if cornered. The machine? Harmless, no matter what Trudy says. She thinks it's hiding something, but I think it's just a broken down relic with no place to be. Keep your gun hand.
Cheyenne, stay. Don't worry, she won't bite unless I tell her to. Yeah, I guess there's a thing or two I could show you. Sounds like you need all the help you can get after what they done to you. Meet me outside, behind the saloon. Everything all right? Well, let's just finish the... Now, see the sarsaparilla bottles on the fence there? Take this and try to hit a couple of them. That's the right idea. Look down the sight. Try crouching down and staying still. It'll help your aim. Nice shot. Well, that's a start. But I don't reckon you came to me to learn to fight sarsaparilla bottles. Tell you what. I gotta go chase geckos away from our water supply anyway. Darn critters are attracted to it. Why don't you come along? Follow me. Hear that up on the ridge behind me there? We got some geckos to clear out. Bunch of little monsters is what they are. Seems like Doc Mitchell treats more gecko bites than anything else. Let's see if we can get a little closer. If we move quietly, we can get the jump on them. More likely to hit something vital that way. Okay, you're on. Go give him hell. See? You're getting the hang of it. There's 2 more wells that still need clearing. You want, you can come along. It'd be worth a few caps to me. Shouldn't take more than a couple minutes, especially with 2 of us. Come with me. Holy moly. If you hadn't come here like you've done, I'd be a goner for sure. I came up here to draw water, but here, you should have what I got. You look thirsty. Now that was some good work. Even got a little exciting there at the end. Here's a little spending money for the trouble. One more thing I wanted to show you. Thought I might teach you about living off the land and making useful things for yourself. Interested? All right then. We'll need a couple ingredients to get started. Gonna want some xander root and a brock flower. Let me think now. I know I've seen brock flowers growing up at the graveyard, and I seem to remember there being xander root over by the schoolhouse. Bring those on back to me, and we'll get cooking. Let me see what you got. Yeah, these'll do just fine. Just fine. All right, now. We're gonna be making something folks on the trail call healing powder. Go on over to that campfire now. Give it a try. Hey, that's not bad, see? All it takes to make a recipe is the right ingredients and the right know-how. Sometimes it won't be a campfire you need. Might need to do some work on your guns and ammo, maybe. Important thing to get is it's all the same idea. You just need to find the right place to set up shop. Workbench or reloading bench, whatever. Well, I hope that's enough to get you started. I'm heading back now. Hope I didn't miss anything good on the jukebox. Cheyenne would never forgive me. Hey, do me a favor. Trudy, she's the bartender up at the Prospector. Kind of the town mom. She likes to meet newcomers. She'd be cross with me if I didn't ask you to poke your head in and say hi. Hi there. Sticking around Good Springs for a while longer? Sure can. Take the road southeast out of town till it hits the freeway. Primm is the town with the roller coaster straight south. Can't miss it. NCR patrols do a good job of keeping the highway clear, but I'd keep your gun where you can reach it easily. You never know who you'll run into. Off the road, you'll probably start running into hostile wildlife. My advice would be to stick to the highway when you can. Not in Good Springs, no. But if you're up for a little scavenging, there's always the schoolhouse. Most of what's in there is junk, but there's this old safe that even Easy Pete wasn't able to crack with dynamite. If you want to take a shot at it, take these. Oh. Well, go ahead and keep the stuff I gave you anyway. It'll be more useful to you than me. I hunt geckos mostly. The meat's pretty good and I can always find a buyer for the hides. I also help keep the town clear of rad scorpions and coyotes. Not many people live in Good Springs, so wildlife is always creeping in. Sure. Southeast of here is Primm. Can't miss it. Since it has the giant old roller coaster right in the middle of town. The NCR's got an outpost there. If you follow the road north, you'll eventually hit Sloan and Quarry Junction. They mine rocks or something, but I heard they got troubles lately. I wouldn't head that direction if I were you, though. Got critters up there that don't take kindly to getting shot. The new California Republic. Bunch of settlers and soldiers coming in from the west, fixing on making Nevada their own. They can be right pushy, but the roads are safer because of them, so I tend to let it go. Not that I got a choice. Well, the wildlife for one thing, rowdy locals for another. They're protecting their own. Just happens to help us. They've been holding off this other group from the east, too. Got a funny name. Call themselves Caesar's Legion. Never seen them in these parts, so I couldn't tell you much. I hear rumors, that's about it. Supposedly they keep slaves and they got some real nasty ways of killing folks. But maybe that's just something folks in the NCR cooked up to make themselves seem more useful here. Less uninvited. Around here, mostly coyotes and geckos. The coyotes are pretty dangerous in large packs, but otherwise they're nothing to really worry about. The geckos aren't too tough, but they've got a nasty bite. I've heard about bigger, nastier versions out in the wasteland, but I've never seen them. Stick to the roads when you can, and steer clear of the hills north of Good Springs. The critters up there are big and poisonous. If you want to know any... Until...
Howdy.
I'm done being nice. If you don't hand Ringo over soon, I'm going to get my friends and we're burning this town to the ground. Got it?
We'll keep that in mind. Now, if you're not going to buy something, get out. Well, you've been causing quite a stir. Glad I finally got to meet you. Welcome to the Prospector Saloon. Got a special discount. Pleasure doing business with you. Looks like our little town got itself dragged into the middle of something we don't want anything to do with. About a week ago, this traitor, Ringo, comes into town. Survivor of an attack, he says. Bad men after him. Needs a place to hide. We figured he was just in shock, so we gave him a place to lie low. We didn't actually expect anyone to come after him. He's holed up at the abandoned gas station up the hill. You mean murder him? That's not our way, even if Cobb is scum. He can bluster and threaten all he wants. Some of the others, like Sonny, will probably stand up for Ringo if he asks for help, which he hasn't. Personally, I hope he sneaks out of town one night and takes the powder gangers with him. Chain gangs, really. The NCR brought them in from California to work on the rail lines. Problem is, it turns out that giving convicts a bunch of dynamite and blasting powder isn't the best idea. Was a big escape not too long ago. Some of them stuck together so they could make trouble. That's what we're dealing with now. If you were able to get Ringo out of this mess, you'd have a decent reputation around Goodsprings. I'd even set you up with a discount. Of course, helping Ringo would also make the powder gangers mad, and they've got a lot of friends out there. Don't know why you'd want to do a thing like that. Yep, you'd get on their good side, but people around here wouldn't appreciate. He's a convict, just without the chains. Said his name was Cobb. Powder gangers is what they call themselves. Plenty more like him out there. Not much, other than they're a bunch of freeloaders who expected a few rounds on the house. I was able to get them to pay up, though. Of course, one of the great cons did knock my radio to the floor, by accident, and it hasn't been working since. They were having some kind of argument about it, but the guy in the checkered coat kept shushing them. Sounded like they came in from the north through Quarry Junction. If that's the case, I can't say I blame them for not wanting to go back. That whole area is overrun with the kind of critters that just get mad if you shoot them. Merchants avoid that whole stretch of I-15 like it's radioactive, which it could be for all I know. I didn't hear exactly, but the leader was talking about the Strip. Fellow wants to get there and avoid the 15, he'd have to go east. Take Highway 93 up. Sure, the outside looks okay, but I think something broke on the inside. There'd be caps in it for you. I do like to hear what's going on. I know that thing as much as anyone else around here. It mostly keeps to itself, which is just fine by me. Other than rolling around once in a while, it doesn't do anything useful as far as I can tell. I don't know why it took an interest in you, but I'd be careful. It's never helped anyone before. It acts friendly enough, but I don't trust that whole cheerful cowboy act. I find it all very creepy. It was here when I took over the saloon 7 years ago. Some people have said its owner lived here, but no one knows who it was. Mostly traders looking to buy bighorn or meat and hides. The traders are the main reason the general store manages to stay in business. Most travelers heading south on the I-15 just push on towards Primm, unless they're in desperate need of supplies. There's always something interesting going on, but the biggest news has to be the coming dust-up between the NCR and the Legion over the dam. The new California Republic's got the most power in Nevada. Money, troops, you name it. They do what they can to keep things safe in the region, but if you ask me, they're trying to do too much. They're spread too thin. I'm pretty sure the NCR wants to hold on to the dam because it's one of the few places around that can make electricity. The Legion are a bunch of savages, though. No idea why they'd want the dam. Probably plan on destroying it or something. Slavers, killers, and all other kinds of trouble. They dress up like Roman soldiers, so there's no mistaking it when you see them. The rumor is that the Legion is far larger than the NCR lets on, and that it's been due to luck that the Legion hasn't overrun the territory. Be careful out there. Feeling thirsty? Yeah, I heard it turn right. Not at all. I'm never sure how much is normally charged for this sort of thing. Now,
Way too many strangers coming into town these days. No offense.
That's close enough. Sorry about the gun. We got off to a bad start. What say we start over? Yeah, he doesn't look very tough, though. I hear he's afraid I'll shoot him down from one of the windows when I see him. And he's right. I'll have a much bigger problem once his friends show up. There's no way I could handle all of them in a gunfight. I'm gonna lay low for as long as I can, assuming the town doesn't throw me to the wolves. We'd just end up sharing the same grave if it's just the two of us. Now, start with Sunny Smiles.
Hi there, sticking around.
Say no more.
Joe Cobb talks about leaving us alone if we hand over Ringo. But I know his type. He and his friends will come after the town eventually. However, between you, me, and Ringo, we aren't exactly a force to be reckoned with. A lot of people around here look up to Trudy. If you could convince Trudy to join us, I know Easy Pete's got a stock of dynamite somewhere. And Chet just got a shipment of leather armor we could borrow. Talk to them as well. Finally, there's a good chance we'll all end up with extra holes in us. So if Doc Mitchell could cough up some extra stim packs, that'd be great.
A silver tongue would help. Convincing Trudy that we had a good plan to win the fight would also help. I don't think give is in Chet's vocabulary. Even with the town at stake, he'd still make you barter with him. Easy Pete's pretty protective of his dynamite. You'd have to
Hey, so you're planning on taking on Joe Cobb's gang. It's a big risk, but I suppose you have to do what you think is right. I was planning on sitting this one out, but for some reason, I can't help but like you. I'm with you. Let me have a word with a few other folks, and I'll see if I can't round up some more members for this militia you're creating. While everyone does own a gun, we could stand to be a little better equipped. The general store probably has what we need in stock.
Hey. Howdy. Too dangerous.
You looking to buy some supplies? Now just hold on. I never voted to take on the Powder Gangers. You made your point.
Welcome back. Seems like wherever I go, I'm not much.
What do you want? It is now. None of your damn... Rob some people, burn some things. Same old shit that's been going on for years. I've run with some tough gangs, but I gotta admit, they all got nothing on the Legion. I hear they stick you up on poles and they take... I ain't saying I'm afraid of them or nothing. New California Republic. They've got troops all over the Mojave, but it's a... Never been there since the NCR's got troops all over it. Must be pretty important.
need to be careful. It's dangerous. I saved your lives.
Hello? Can you help me? My girl is trapped by geckos on the ridge. Go up the path. Please, hurry. She's on the ridge past the broken radio tower. Sorry I tricked you, but thanks for clearing out the...
Hey there.
Howdy. Uh-huh. Get back.
So what's going on? Well, I guess that... All
Time to look alive. The Powder Gangers are here to play. At least 6, Joe Cobb included. They look pretty mean. Oh, I'll be set up near the store.
I owe you a huge favor for this. Here, these are technically Crimson Caravan funds, but I know they'll understand once I explain things. I'll stick around for a bit longer, but I'll be gone in a few days. If you ever visit New Vegas, look me up at the Crimson Caravan camp. Hey.
That ought to keep things settled for a while.
I'm glad that business is over.
That'll teach the powder gangs to...
That was a hell of a fight. Let's hope it doesn't... And... Thanks.
Alright. Well, I've been on mute for a minute because I was taking care of some things, but ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to end this video here. This is actually a pretty solid episode for a good bit for a start of the series. Please wait for every Monday. This will be another continuation. Like I said, last time I tried to do Fallout 3's last DLC, it kept crashing. I got tired of it, got annoyed. I tried everything I could. It was very difficult. The only other logical idea is to restart the game from square one, and that's a lot of progress that I honestly do not want to be frustrated about, you know. Plus, it's honestly the right thing to do just to wait for a bit if I'm going to do like another playthrough, but we're going to be rocking on this. If y'all enjoyed this, make sure to drop a like. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. If you would like to, please leave a comment. I would love to get to know you people. You all have a wonderful day, and thank you again for watching. See y'all next time, ladies and gentlemen, and God bless you all. Have a lovely, lovely, lovely day. Goodbye.